dirty ass, ugly Indian ass. Go back to your country.
Well, ladies and gents, we have a racist in the drive-thru lane at a local CVS. The criminal ferociously roars at the pharmacist just trying to do her job. Karen doesn't like this.
Of course you're gonna be big as lose some weight, you might be happy. Shut up!
She continually swears at the pharmacist, even telling her to shut up, B-word. She then proceeds to slam her Honda Accord door and takes off.
What happened was I went to go get my medicine at the drive-thru CVS. I got in line, I was on the phone with my dad, and the car ahead of me that was at the window started hearing screaming. And so I looked up, this woman was screaming.
TikTok user Rachel Anita, who captured the whole thing, broke it down.
Throwing things at this pharmacist's window, just like being very aggressive. All I said was, hey, come on, can you move along? Right? Just trying to get her to leave, and just stop doing this to this poor pharmacist who's just trying to do her job. And then she said to me something along the lines of, mind your business, this has nothing to do with you. And then what I responded with was, you're wasting my time. So I was trying to make it like more about me rather than about the pharmacist. That's when she came up to my car, and that's when that whole thing ensued. After that, she went back to the car, threw a few more things, yelled a few more things at the pharmacist, and then she did pull away.
One thing she leaves out is Karen yelling at her, dirty ass, ugly Indian ass B-word, go back to your country, which is a racist dog whistle. From Trump crowds
Go back to China.
to terrible people,
Welcome to Oregon. Maybe you should go back to Philippines where you belong.
and sometimes they just come out and say it because they have seen their knight in shining armor do it, so they follow suit. Suzanne Gamboa tweeted, Latinos have been told for many decades to go back to their country. Many are told, go back to Mexico, even if their heritage is from some other Latin American country, or their family was in parts of what is the U.S. before it became the U.S. It's racist. Grace Seegers wrote, in high school, I was out with a black friend when someone yelled at her to go back to Africa. He did not tell me to go back to Germany. It didn't matter that her family had been in the U.S. longer than mine. That's not the point. Only one of us was seen as American. As CNN reported, the federal government and the court system have deemed variations of the phrase go back to where you came from when used by employees to be discriminatory, cases reviewed by the outlet show. They reviewed a few cases. One of the cases they reviewed, which was in 2007, when the commission sued a company on behalf of a Muslim car salesperson of Indian descent who was repeatedly called Taliban and told that he should just go back where he came from. EEOC also alleged a manager told the defendant, this is America, not the Islamic country where you come from. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals sided with EEOC's claim that the salesperson was subjected to a hostile work environment based on his national origin and religion. The court cited the example of use of the phrase several times in rendering its decision. The case is cited on EEOC's website in a section where it specifically lists the comment, go back to where you came from, as an example of potentially unlawful conduct. In another case, EEOC filed a lawsuit against a California hospital on behalf of 70 Filipino-American hospital workers. The hospital workers allege that they were the targets of harassing comments. Some Filipino-American workers were told they would be arrested if they did not speak English and were told to go back to the Philippines. BuzzFeed News also shared many stories from American citizens in the times they were told to go back. Many hadn't heard it since they were children. Others recalled the discrimination they faced when being the targets of these attacks. The cruelty is the point. The racism is the point. And that's exactly what this Karen did intentionally in the process.